Hey guys, how's it going? It's Johnny from JTK Gaming, and today we've got a nice quick video and I will be going over my top picks for add-ons in ESO. Now these aren't all the add-ons I use, but it would take an hour for me to go through about 60 odd add-ons. So we're just going to have a look at the main ones I think people should be using and a quick description and reason why. So first add-on is my favorite in this game. I don't think I could play the game without it now that I've used it for so long, and that's Action Duration Reminder. Now what this does is it turns your standard skill bar into a buff tracker. So as you can see, it's counting down there, and it will put it up the top above when it is when you're on the opposite bar, so you can always see what's going on. Now there is some integration of something very similar to this add-on with Bandits. So this add-on might come somewhat obsolete, but I still like Action Duration Reminder over Bandits, just it's slightly better. So if Bandits improve theirs, then I will probably drop that, but till that time I will be using it. So the next add-on is pretty simple, and that is Bloody Screen. So what this does is it puts blood on your screen when you get below a certain percentage of health or certain whatever, and you can control the fade, how much blood's on your screen, and obviously like where it starts to kick in. So I like this. It's just a really depending on how much you want it in your face, visual cue that you are getting low on health. So it's a pretty simple add-on, as you can see there, the settings you've got there. Next is Buff Tracker. So this kind of extends onto Action Duration Reminder. So this actually gives you some more control over your buffs and debuffs, and I really like the fact that you can disable add-ons and stuff like this, and you can also set up proc alerts and things like that, so for crystal frags and stuff like this. A lot of people use buff timers. I just find Buff Tracker to be a better add-on in the sense that it's easy to use and it's just cleaner. And Buff Timers is a good add-on, don't get me wrong, it's just a lot harder to set up for not much more reward. So and you can set up debuffs and then obviously buff alert bars and proc alert bars. I love this for my crystal frags, and I also set this up for my shields, so it will let me know when my shields are down and give me another reminder that I need to do what I need to do. The next add-on I have is CyrHUD. So most PvPers will know what this does, and it just gives you a lot more information of what's going on in Cyrodiil. So if you're in Cyrodiil, give this one a try. There's some settings here. It's a pretty simple add-on. The next one is pretty well known, and that's Dressingroom. So what this allows you to do is set, let me see if I've actually got a key bound at the moment after I had to go through and do all my stuff. I don't, but basically what it lets you do is save skill slots, so your bar setups and the gear that you're wearing. It's very easy to use. You just basically hold, I think it's shift and click to save, and then you just need to go in and keybind it to a key, or you can actually keybind that setup to a key. So one press, gear change, and a skill change. Really handy for people going between PvE and PvP, or people that play a lot of different builds like I do. It is just such an amazing time-saving add-on. Now, Inventory Grid View is another one that, if you're not using it, you fucking really should be. Because what it does is it turns your inventory into this instead of a list. So it just lets you find items a lot quicker than what it does scrolling through a whole big list. And there's a few different add-ons that do this, and there's different styles and stuff like that, but that is the basic one. Inventory Insight. Oh my god, this is another one of my all-time favorite add-ons, and this just allows you to search your whole account and all your banks, and basically tells you, like, if you're looking for a specific piece of gear and you're like, fuck, I know I have this somewhere, then you just got to go in here, search, and away you go. It will tell you exactly where it is. Back in the day, before this, you'd have to log on to all your characters until you found the piece of gear. Funny story, I actually had a book where I wrote down in that book where I had all like sets of gear and stuff, because I was so sick of having to look through my whole account for stuff. But then we have Lazy Writ Creator. What this does, very simple, it does your writs for you. So what I mean by that is, when you pick your writs up off the board, you walk to a crafting station. You basically only need to activate that crafting station. If you have it set on auto, it's just going to auto craft the items that you need for the writ, and that's it. You just got to make sure you have the materials and all that kind of stuff. Now, LoreBooks, I'm not going to say much about this. It shows you on your map where the Mage Guild books are located. The next one's Lost Treasure. There's kind of three that go together, and LoreBooks, Lost Treasure, and SkyShards. So Lost Treasure will help you find treasure maps, obviously, but it will also show you where your surveys are. From doing your writs, you'll get surveys. It's a bit of a bitch to find them if you don't have Lost Treasures. It shows you where it is. Now, another add-on that I don't think I could play without is Luminary. I don't know how to pronounce that. Action bars. What this does is you have a little lock here, and if you unlock your items, you can individually move them around. And then just don't forget to push lock. So as you can see, I like to have mine up on my screen so I can kind of see my buffs and my timers going without having to kind of look down on my screen. Mail's really probably only going to be handy for the officers and GMs and stuff like that. Basically, it just allows you to send out bulk mails to your guild members and things like that. So really handy for guild masters, that kind of stuff. Master Merchant is another just old school one that everyone kind of uses. It will give you a average price of an item, and that draws the information from the trading, well, any guild that you're in that has sales. So obviously, if you're not in any trading guilds, MM's not really going to be much help to you, and you probably should use TTC. PTC probably will be another video. Miats CC Tracker, I do use this, but I think Bandits might have some kind of I've only just started using Bandits, and I haven't kind of got all the way into it yet. But all this does is let you know what CCs you what's CCing you, basically. And I like this in CyrHUD because it can get really messy in CyrHUD, and sometimes you might not even realize you've been CC'd. So this is really handy to make sure that you are consistently CC breaking. So next one's Quick Compass. Now this is super handy in PvP. It's really basic. Here it is here. It's just a compass. You can locate it anywhere that you would like to locate it, and it's really handy if you're in a group and your crown is calling out, we're heading north, we're heading northeast, whatever they may be giving you directions. It's a lot easier to read this than it is the standard one. And then SkyShards, we've talked about that. It shows you where on the map all the SkyShards are in the game. So I've said a lot about Bandits UI. Now, Bandits UI is probably the best UI there is in the game at the moment. There's a lot, FTC, AUI, I was using a combination of those two to kind of get what I needed, but Bandits is just really good. The only thing I really wish they would fix is the shield and the way that the shield bar works in the inside the health bar. It works reverse, so it comes from the opposite side from where your health goes down. And I find that a bit annoying, but besides from that, there's a lot here. A lot of guys use CyrHUD. This has basically got CyrHUD built in, so if you like that kind of UI, then you've got that option. And it's got all the standard stuff you'd expect from like a full-fledged UI add-on for ESOs. So it's got your buffs, your ability timers, all this kind of stuff that I was talking about before that I use separate add-ons for. They have it here, and they do work really well. It's just I find some of them don't work quite as well as what the standard standalone ones do. So you got a mini map, and yeah, there's a lot here. Don't have time to go through all the settings, but if you're looking for a really good UI add-on, then I highly recommend this. This one, it can do a lot of stuff. It will show you, like, if you look there, it's showing me that the croc or whatever it is has 3% armor. It will show you your DPS and all sorts of stuff inside that little area there if you choose that. So let's have a look and kind of see what we missed, because not all of them will show up in our little add-on section. So as you can see, I do run a lot of add-ons, but not all at once. Okay, chat to clipboard is really handy for copying text out of chat. Basically, it's pretty self-explanatory. People use pchat. I don't like pchat, so if you want something that just lets you copy text out of chat, then this is the add-on for you. Auto daily rewards is handy. It automatically activates your daily rewards, so you don't have to click on it. Azurah is another really good one. So as we spoke about, the one that lets you move your skill bar around, Azurah lets you move all the standard UI around, and I've been told Bandits have something similar to this too. So let's just have a quick look down here. Dark UI is handy. We went over that. We went over Dressingroom, inventory inside. Itemization browser is handy. What that does is it lets you search for gear sets. So if you're wondering what a gear set does, you can look it up, and it will also tell you the location of like the gear set, where it comes from, if it's a drop set, craft set, whatever. Been over that. PapaCrown. So what PapaCrown does is gives you a big crown icon above your raid leader in Cyrodiil, and I presume this would probably work for raids in PvE as well, but it's not really that necessary there. As I said, in PvP it can be really like messy and hard to follow you know, the raid leader, especially for new players, so this is really handy. There are other ones. PapaCrown's just been around and it's just kind of the go-to. But there are other ones that kind of give you some more customization as far as the icon that appears. Let's have a look. Oh, okay, Votans Search Bar. So what this does is it gives you a search bar here, so you can basically search for gear that... So we talked about inventory insight. That's really good for finding stuff that's not on you. But this is really handy for finding stuff once you have it on you, or you're looking for stuff to pull out of a bank or something like that. So yeah, I think that's just about it. Like, I had to cut this down a lot because there's probably another 30-40 add-ons that I could have talked about that are really good. So in the comments down below, just, you know, leave your favorite add-ons. You know, if I've missed any big ones, let me know. You know, let other people know too. They'll scroll down there and they can see it. And I potentially will make a second one, and I also potentially may do another add-ons video where I go more in depth to Bandits and some of the other main add-ons that can be quite overwhelming as far as using them. And yeah, there's not really much else to say. Alright guys, I'm going to end it there, and I'm going to have links to Minion. I should have spoke about Minion. Minion is a great tool. Download it, install it, and you can basically search for all these add-ons I spoke about in this video, and a one-click download, and it could also tell you information about the add-on before you download it, and then you don't have to worry about folders and any of that kind of crap. And I will have a list in the description too, so you can copy and paste or whatever, get a better, clearer idea of the add-ons I've mentioned in this video. So yeah guys, I hope you have a good day, and I'll catch you next time.